guys, welcome to my vlog video. Let me introduce myself. My name is Alvida Rianinsani. Usually I'm called Alvi. I'm a student from English Education study program. This is my explanation story.
You don't even know my name, do you? I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine. 떨리는 지금도 you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy.
Okay guys, in this video, I will share some interesting stories for you guys. The story from Extensive Reading Central in web. Let's just get started. Okay guys, first, a storybook entitled Food for Women by Sonia Millet. This book is of the factual genre in society and politics. The story tells about women's struggle for their right, which must be the same as men. New Zealand was the first country in the world to give women the right to vote. A woman named Kate Shepherd is a leader of a group fighting for women's voice. She was born in 1848 in England and was an unusual person for his time. She was one of the first women to ride a bicycle and she believed in equality in marriage. She lived in Christchurch with her husband, Kate Shepherd, and many other women continue to fight for the right to vote. They believed that women were as intelligent as men and that men and women were equal. The fight for women's rights first started in England in 1792. In that year, Mary Wollstonecraft argued that women should have the same education as men. This was the first time anyone had suggested that women should receive a formal education. In 1877, a New Zealand woman received a university degree. She was the second woman in the world to do so. The first was a Canadian 2 years earlier. Today, women make up about half of all university students. Some women have become the leaders of their countries. In the 21st century, women are leaders in government, business, and education. Courageous women like Kate Shepherd have led the way in improving the life of all women. Okay, I think the plot of this story is backwards because the past after the past is told. For the character of a character named Kate Shepherd is firm, has a leadership spirit, is brave and tough. He is able to change the world of women to be very valuable. The equality that must be fought for is not easy to uphold, but with her firmness and the people who helped her, she became the first woman to fight for women's rights in her country. And Many Wollstonecraft character is firm, tough, and a fighter. Thanks to him, women can experience education at the tertiary level in their country. The ending of the story is happy ending because Kate Shepherd's struggle was not in vain for women. The lesson and moral value is wherever you are, if you want to change the world, you have to rise above your faults and don't be easily oppressed by other people, because a leader is not afraid to obtain to matter big. Remain with is all situation. Okay, second, a storybook entitled Confucius by Paul Nasution. This book is of the factual genre, its biography or people. This story tells about Confucius' teachings, which are very important for Chinese society. Confucius was not like Jesus Christ or Muhammad. He didn't bring the word of God to the people. He was just a very great teacher, and most of his teaching was about life in this world. His real name was Kung Fuzu, but he was called Confucius by foreigners because they could not easily say his Chinese name. He was born 550 years before Christ. His family were important people, but they were poor. The teachings of Confucius were not new, but Confucius was the first person to bring all these ideas together for people to learn and follow. For Confucius, people were not born bad. They were bad because they didn't live correctly in the world. The leader of a country was a very important person in the teaching of Confucius. If the leader of the country was a good person, the people in that country would not be a happy place. When Confucius died, he was over 70 years old. Although he died more than 2000 years ago, many people still try to follow his ideas. Next, I think the plot of the story is a mixture because there is the past and the present. Then the characters of Confucius himself is intelligent, clever, has a leadership spirit, and ambitious in his life. The ending of the story is happy ending because there are still many people who adhere to the principle of his idea in China. The lesson and moral value is that if everyone does the right thing, then there will be peace and happiness in the world. Okay, third, a storybook entitled The Sister Who Made Vietnam Free. This book is of the story genre by Pablo. The story comes from Vietnam, which is a very old country. It started over 2,300 years ago. About 2,000 years ago, China tried to make Vietnam of China. The Chinese government had a tax that made many people in Vietnam very poor. In the years 40 AD, there was a Vietnamese woman named Trung Trac. She and her husband studied ways to fight the Chinese army. Then Chinese soldiers killed Trung's husband. The sisters stopped the tax that made people poor. The army fought for the next 3 years. The army was very strong, but the Chinese army had more soldiers and better weapons. Some legends say that the Trang sisters drowned in a river because they would not let the Chinese army take them. Other legends say they flew into the clouds. Today there are many stories, poems, songs, and monuments to the Trung sister. Some people say that if the Trung sister didn't fight, there would be no country called Vietnam today. Okay, I think the plot of this story is backwards because the past after the past is written. The characters of Trung Trác and her husband are brave and never give up, learning how to fight against China to be free from taxes. The character of the Chinese army is firm because it is the duty of its country. The ending is a sad ending because Vietnam is not considered a country at this time in the story. Lesson and moral value is to fight to the last drop of blood. Oh yes, those are three stories from me. I think they are interesting. I think they are interesting. I hope you do too. Thanks for watching and bye bye.